Hey everybody, it's your girl Jeanette the Oracle, and I'm here today to do the June 2019 forecast for the sign of Libra. So if you have a Libra rising sign, sun sign, moon sign, or north node, this is going to be for you. And of course, if you know how to check, how to hack your natal chart, wherever you have, what house you have Libra in, you can hopefully get some additional guidance. So let me get through some myriad of announcements. So first off, if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. And also please sign up for the newsletter because I do offer newsletter exclusive discounts that I don't advertise to the social media world. So if you want to be able to take advantage of those, definitely sign up. I only send out newsletters once a week, so I'm not one for bombarding folks' inboxes with emails. So don't worry, you'll only get one once a week from me. All right, so what's going on? So I have an interview on June 13th with Awakening Heart Network. I'm going to be talking about the incarnational cycles of the soul. So getting into the astrological cycles, what we've been going through, what's been happening this year, what we're stepping into, all those things. If you go to my website, innersunalchemy.com, and click on the watch page and scroll down to interviews, you will see the details about the event. Of course, it's free to register and join, and the link is there to take you to sign up. What else is going on? June 15th is the final day to join the Lightworker Academy. I have 3 different courses for you to choose from. The first is a Divination Through Tarot course. The second is the Astrological Soul of Your Business course. And then the third is the Lightworker Incubator. So again, go to my website, innersunalchemy.com, and click on Lightworker Academy. All the different classes are listed. You can read up on all the information from them and sign up as you would like. And then finally, for the Gemini lunar month, I am doing a gratitude challenge. And so that is happening on my Instagram and my Facebook. So if you go to either of those platforms at Inner Sun Alchemy, you can participate by sharing and spreading gratitude and blessings for others. And all the details about how to do that are on those 2 platforms. So definitely go check those out. All right, so now let's get into it. I did the first 6 signs yesterday, so now I'm doing the last 6, and of course, Libra, you're first, yay. And I am doing something different this time, as usual. I'm always changing things here. So this reading for this month is going to be divided into 2 parts. So the first part is going to be focused on more of your human concerns, so work and finances, relationships, health, that kind of stuff. And then the second part is going to be more focused on specifically focused on your spiritual development, okay? So for this first half of the reading, I'm actually going to be using 2 additional decks. One is the Colette Baron Reed Oracle deck, the Enchanted Map. This deck is gorgeous, like the edges are gilded. I love it. So I'm going to pull first a card from this deck for general guidance for you. And then we'll get into 2 other decks for more specific guidance. So let's start Libra. And I'm going to tune into Libra energy and see what the guided messages are for Libra rising sign, sun sign, moon sign, north node, or even Libra Venus energy for the month of June 2019. You guys are going to see me yawning a lot in these videos. I'm not tired. I'm changing out the spiritual energy that I'm connecting with. Libra, you're feeling really balanced. I love it. You're actually feeling in your true nature. You're feeling like Ma'at, truly, which is amazing. Okay. I love it. And you got a perfectly balanced number, 44, and it's strength. And of course, 44 is an 8, and 8 is the strength card in most tarot decks. So I love it. Love it. And I love this image. She's holding the entire world, or a world, because she's also living in a different world as well. Awesome. Okay, so number 44, let's see. The quote for this is, "Your true strength comes not from self-reliance alone, but from a sincere faith in a higher power." I love it. I love it. All right, so the message is, the strength to accomplish even the most daunting tasks is yours at this time. You can connect with and channel the power of the universe. The strength card indicates that your ideas are being tested and refined, and your relationships are being deepened. No matter what happens, nothing can move you off the course of evolution. As the potency of your connections becomes more obvious, you're able to harness the creative energies that are available to you. Have courage and dive in. For magic is in the process of finding a form to take. When you remember that real strength comes from a combination of your efforts and reliance on a higher power working through you, all is possible. You can do anything now. I'm going to read this last paragraph again. Have courage and dive in, for magic is in the process of finding a form to take. I feel like I'm not interpreting that right. So for magic is in the process of finding a form to take. So as you're doing this work of going along your journey, that manifestation ability, the spirit coming from the formless into form is starting to solidify now. When you remember that real strength comes from a combination of your efforts and a reliance on a higher power working through you, all is possible. You can do anything now. So that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I'm a Libra rising too. So that very much is speaking to me. And that's been a message that has come through very clearly the last few weeks about the importance of the spirit, which I mean, we know, but always like circling. Okay, so let's get into this. So I'm going to use the Rider-Waite deck to receive insight into potential opportunities and potential obstacles as it relates to your work, whether you work for yourself or for another person, your relationships, whether you're in committed partnerships or single and looking or dating, your finances, and then your health. And health can be anything from physical health, emotional health, mental health, spiritual health. I'm sure you can probably hear that baby out there crying. It's amazing how noise outside can travel and get picked up on the headphones. You would think that the mic would not be that strong, but it's interesting. All right, so let me get back into your energy, guys. Okay, so the human Libras. So potential opportunities for work. The work that you do. Okay, that's a lot of cards. You got the Tower. Potential opportunities with relationships. Two of Swords. Potential opportunities with finances. And also, I encourage you to Eight of Swords for finances. If you are thinking about joining the Academy, please do so, especially the Divination Through Tarot and the Astrological Soul of the Business. King of Pentacles, and that's for health. Awesome. All right, so now we're going to get into potential obstacles for each of these 4 areas. Ten of Pentacles. Interesting for an obstacle for work. All right, now on relationships. Two of Wands. This is like the 3rd sign that's gotten Two of Wands. I don't remember from yesterday, but I remember 2 of the ones yesterday got Two of Wands. Not in that same position, but that card has popped up. Oh, I'm not going to take that. Potential obstacle for finances. These are sticky today. Okay. Queen of Swords. And then for health, we got the World. Okay. Alrighty, so as it relates to work, potential opportunities, we have the Tower. So it looks like there's an opportunity for some breakthroughs to happen for you, whether this is like actual insight, inspiration, creativity, new ways of expressing, all that kind of stuff. Again, whether you work for yourself or work for another. But invariably, the Tower does talk about the breaking out of old situations to make way for the new. So there may also be an opportunity if if you are leaving something or something leaves you, it's going to be positive because it opens up the door for something new. But I'm getting more inspiration. But there's a lot that really can go into this this energy. I'm also getting breaking out of limiting beliefs. Like getting out of your own way, which helps with that inspired action. Okay, so potential obstacle then with a 10 of Pentacles. This may be watch that you're not being held back by your ideas of success. Because sometimes that can be a hindrance. So like on one hand, the idea or the vision might feel too big or seem too big, and you make it become overwhelming, which ends up paralyzing you because it might feel like it's too much and like I can't tackle all the things that I need to tackle. So that's one. But another thing could be being so consumed with the idea of success and not being patient enough for the amount of time that it may really take, that you move too quickly or move out of your timing, uh, which is actually a form of self-sabotage because you're doing too much. So yeah, that's going to depend on each individual person, and you're going to know, what your behavior pattern is. Now, there might actually be, and this might be for a very small select few of you guys, because most people, I don't think many people that follow me are in this situation anyway. But like, if you are in a family business and that has been, like, it's been steady and there's legacy connected to it, but you don't have an opportunity for growing in the way that you want to grow, you may have to break free from that. Which is what this tower might be talking about, is, it's not that this is bad, because the Ten of Pentacles is definitely not bad, but it may also be slowing you down, and you may have the courage to break out of that. But again, I think that's a smaller segment of the folks that follow me. Okay. Moving on to relationships. So in classic Libra fashion, both the cards are twos, right? Always choices to make. Potential opportunity, Two of Swords. So I really just heard the phrase, you know what to do. Okay. Your intuition is strong here. This is the positive aspect of this energy of gathering all the information, all sides of a situation, and then shutting out the outside world, outside interference, and tuning into your wisdom, so that you can make a fair judgment, make a fair assessment about whatever it is. Because again, this is for anyone in the context of love. But ultimately, the phrase is, you know what to do. You have the information that you need to move forward. Now, for some of you, there may also be a bit of a standstill or holding pattern as it relates to your relationships. That's actually positive right now. You are supposed to be chilling here. Okay, so if things are moving too fast in one way or in one direction or another, you want to be cautious about that. Like, this is an energy of wait. This is the opportunity. Just wait and hold on. The potential obstacle is the Two of Swords. So again, this is that dual energy of the two, trying to make a choice about what path to go on. But the fire energy compared to swords, this is going to be much more frenetic, right? Both of these people are considering their options, but this person is going within and turning within to the higher power, whereas this person is using, in this context, right? This person is using the external, or as the vehicle for finding what the answer is supposed to be. And given that the message came through with the oracle guidance of strength here, and it started out very clearly about essentially submitting to a higher power, the true divine nature, you don't want to make decisions from this place when it comes to relationships, i.e., what the other person is doing, what society is doing, whatever. It's just information. But what needs to happen is you need to go within, check in with your heart. Okay, guard your heart, turn off the mind, and listen to what spirit is saying, what your heart is saying, what your intuition is saying. Make the decision from this place, not from here. Okay, it's necessarily a much slower process. It's a much quieter process, but you are more likely to be in a place of integrity if you do it that way this month. I mean, in general, but this seems to be particularly in relationships where you need to focus in on that aspect of your personality or your nature, I should say. There's also a message here about, because of that that previous message that came through right at the end about holding where you are. This potential obstacle is going out and search for new opportunities, like pushing that too much. So just like, if you're not necessarily happy where you are, regardless of the context, more likely than not, the unhappiness is going to be coloring your energy or your perspective when you're putting yourself out there or when you're trying to make a decision about something. And it's not really going to be coming from a true place. It's coming from a place of just feeling and emotion, not heart. And those decisions don't really end up the best for us, right? So whoever needs to hear that. All right. So for finances, we have the 8 of Swords. So the word that immediately came through with this is discipline. Being disciplined and restrained in how you manage your money this month. Okay. I mean, it's just point blank that. Be disciplined. Now, the obstacle is you, the Queen of Swords. This is actually Libra. So I'm hearing from this. Watching where you may be leaking money. Okay. Which again goes into this discipline energy here. But this Queen of Swords also is the energy of someone who is keeping the higher perspective and keeping the eye on the goal, the long-term vision. So if this is an obstacle, then that means maybe you're not spending enough time doing that or keeping that in mind, which is why the reminder, the opportunity for maintaining discipline is what's here as the opportunity, because this obviously can go negative of feeling like you're constrained, like you don't have enough or that you can't do what you want to do. But that's might be more so from an immediate gratification standpoint as opposed to a long-term vision standpoint. So it might be important for you to make sure that you don't fall off on having the higher perspective on your goals. Like maybe you need to return to what it is that you have planned for your money, what it is long-term that you're looking to build or create, and remind yourself of how important that is so that you don't, again, let emotions pull you off track. All right. And then lastly, opportunities for health. We have the King of Pentacles. So this is a good energy because Pentacles is literally like the physical world, the physical body. Interestingly enough, again, here I'm hearing management of resources. So this could be anything from managing your time, how much time you're working versus how much time you're sleeping, spending time with others, all of that. Of course, Eating well and exercise is a priority. This is actually Taurus energy. So this is literally the physical body as well. So letting that be a priority. Taurus and Libra, you both are ruled by Venus. There may be a message that the Taurus video has for you. So you might want to go watch that as it relates to health. I don't remember what it was because it was yesterday. Yeah, but again, that management of resources. So maybe whatever goes on with your money really does affect your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, which is another reason why you have to stay disciplined around it so that you don't throw yourself off. Now, a potential obstacle is the world card for health. So I'm hearing from this spreading yourself too thin, trying to do everything or be everything for everyone. Also being set in your ways, or vice versa, not having any discipline. You know, it's going to be either or. Also, not asking for help, that can hinder you as well too. You know, as an individual, you actually are a collective, so you do need help from others, whether it's, you know, your regular primary care physician, your dentist, your optometrist, you know, that's actually help, right? So don't isolate yourself. Don't isolate yourself. And, you know, also be mindful of the patterns. Be mindful of the patterns in your life and choose not to repeat negative ones. Okay, so I'm going to finish the first part of this reading with cards from Erin Brown, her sovereignty or her sovereign affirmation cards, I believe they're called. Let me get this name right because I keep messing it up every video. Sovereign, that's what it is. Sovereign affirmation deck. Okay, so I love Erin. She's one of my clients. She's great energy. She does woman's work. You can find her on Instagram at I am Erin Brown, all one word. She's an amazing mom. So real, so honest. I love it. So let's see what the closing message for this first half of the reading is for you, Libra, for June 2019. And you can use this affirmation throughout the month. And I'm also going to take a picture of these affirmations and use them when I finally get around to doing the June astrology forecast and sending out that newsletter. I'm going to add them to the jewels at the bottom of the newsletter. Each month I do jewels, which are like little takeaways for each sign. And so, oh, you got 2. Who else got 2? Cancer got 2 as well. Oh, no, you got 3. Oh, excuse me. All right, so first one, I deserve to live fully in my body. If that isn't this King of Pentacles, I don't know what is, like living fully in your body. All right, so the message is our bodies hold our stories and carry us towards our futures, but we sometimes forget to live in them in the present. You deserve to experience life in your body, to feel pleasure, to move, to express yourself freely in your skin. Love it. And I'm hearing the phrase enjoying all of life. Next one, this also seems to be the same thing connected to the body. So body work is important. Grounding is a gateway to embodiment. That's a powerful message, especially for air signs, right? The way we live isn't always conducive to long, meaningful hikes to find our feet. But a grounding practice is still accessible and necessary to powerfully embody your own presence. Ground yourself so you can speak through your heels. Dig in when necessary and always find your center. Find your center. Find your center. Find your center. Okay. And last one. I don't have to go it alone. Didn't I just say that? Whatever it is you're going through, you're not alone. There are people who understand, who relate, or who can simply hold space when you need it. Often strong people are treated like unwavering islands, but you don't have to be one. Seek whatever assistance you need. Asking for help is strength too. Ooh. Okay. All right, Libra. Don't isolate yourselves. You can give the illusion of not being isolated, but I think you can sometimes. I'm gonna take a picture of this, like I said. 1 second. All right. Cool. Now, let's get into the second part of your reading, which is going to be focused solely on your spiritual development. And what I'm going to do is pull a card from the Brawl-to-Lay Oracle deck, which you know is one of my faves. And I'm going to tap into one of the planetary or luminary energies to see who wants to come through to speak to you and for you. So far, the sun has actually come out twice. Okay. So let's see. Let's shift gears now. Okay. So what planetary energy? The Earth. Okay, guys. So the Earth is also, of course, going to be the Taurus energy. So there's something really here about connecting and really living life, Libra. So I don't know. Maybe this Gemini energy is getting you too much in your head. Because Gemini is the least stable of the air energies, and by least stable I mean it's like the least disciplined, the least contained, because it's the first. So it's just pure air, right? So there is a component of directionlessness and all of that. And it's one of the inner child energies. The first 4 signs to me are the inner child energies. But the Gemini is the inner child air essence. So maybe now that we've shifted into this Gemini field, it possibly, while it's opening up a lot for you, may be skewing you too heavily to the negative aspects of your sign. And you may need to really actively work to hold on to the Taurian energy that we had in the month before with your sister sign, Taurus, also ruled by Venus, to help you stay grounded and connected and in the moment. So that's a possibility, but let me connect to Earth, Gaia, and Terra, and all the other names, Tiamat. Okay, so I'm hearing Earth Mother. Earth Mother. Which I like and I prefer. So please provide me with messages through the cards. for the sign of Libra for June 2019. Those who have a Libra rising, sun, moon, north node, or Venus sign, or any other strong Libra or 7th house placements. For those in this collective oversoul group. This feels like this might be heavy or serious, so all right, we'll see what's going on. I call that one the mystery card, but it's the oracle of the deck. But I mean, it's literally the mysteries, the unknown. We'll see at the end what that might be referring to, though. I'm hearing the word portal, which is literally what this card also represents, doorway. Ace of Wands. Wow. Okay, Libra, so let me push this back just a bit. And you've shown up in your own reading. Ooh, Libras. This might be more for the Libra risings. We'll see. But you definitely all right, this is going to be a longer reading, I can tell. There's been another unfolding of the Taurus came up, the High Priest. Oh, God. Okay. So, yeah, clarification is the 8 of Wands on the card. And in the center is spiritual power, the Queen of Wands. Okay, so what's been happening for the Libra energy, and this I think is going to be more so prevalent for those who have the Libra rising, and possibly also North Node, because it talks about the soul work, soul path. But you know, relevance. This is the process of inner alchemy, right? This is the healing and anchoring through the heart. But also the soul body itself. So there's been there's either been or you're still in the process of, and it actually is probably still in the process of, because we have double threes here. This being the 3rd month, and this process would have begun in Aries season, which was the spring equinox. You guys already know if you've been following for a while, and if you've watched the spring equinox and the new moon in Aries videos. from Oracle Talks, like you already know. So, but you're in the third month essentially of this integration and embodiment of the this next stage of ascension that you've stepped into. And I am specifically saying ascension, meaning the syncing up with a higher dimensional aspect. So that first stage would be the syncing up and integration with your higher self. Okay. So when we have the Three of Cups, this is talking about a shifting in the actual energy body. So, you know, the consciousness or the templates have to shift first. The DNA has to shift first. And then as that shifts, the aura body or the energy body starts to change, because now the form, literally the consciousness templates, have actually shifted, right? So what's projected or what's expressed necessarily has to shift because the foundation has shifted. So that's been in process, and we've been working through that. And again, opening up to deeper and deeper levels of love, unconditional love, heart opening, all that kind of stuff. It's been very heavy centered. Again, especially if you're a Libra rising, depending on your chart, of course, you may have Saturn and Pluto in the 4th house with the South Node. Okay. Now, the universe, spirit, however you want to call it, your soul is breathing life, breathing spiritual energy, spiritual power into that to help facilitate this process. And it's been working on that for a while. So it does take time for your energy body to shift and to maintain the new level. Just like when you are, for example, starting on a new exercise regimen and creating new habits, it takes time for the new patterns to become your new normal, become the new standard. So there's that. And what we're moving towards is unknown, right? Because we literally are on a new path, but it's shifting and changing so quickly. And a lot of it we're not even aware of. We don't even realize how much stuff is coming to us, how much our soul is literally affecting the world around us. We're probably only cognizant of a portion of this, but there's a lot. This is a combination for me that talks about a lot happening behind the scenes on a soul level. That's positive, right? And it's happening fast. There's a lot of change happening for the Libra energy. Now, what we can do to help support this energy is to always be embodying and looking into and supporting the new with the Ace of Wands coming to your life, coming to your spiritual practice with joy, with creativity and excitement and anticipation and all that kind of thing, because that's what's going on. Recognizing that you are on an ascension path, you're in that process. Okay, this is the King of Cups. And you are merging with the divine in a new way here. And as you come into this embodiment, it's going to force you to re-express yourself and take up space in the physical world in a new way. Which is as it should be, right? But yeah, we have another ace here in terms of the newness has become like literally, again, a new soul path. This is the soul, but also heart healing. So you have achieved coming to an embodiment of your true nature, because this is the most recent accomplishment or I guess benchmark that you've passed. Okay, and this is Libra. So you've come home to yourself, you come home to your center. And in the way to, I guess, transcend, but transcend also can have the connotation of like leaving behind, but it's really alchemization or evolution into the new, is through the merger of the two opposites into one. So this is very similar to that Two of Swords card that was up earlier. And that's actually what this energy is about. The two, the polarity, the binary, being reconciled through the heart, through the soul, through the third, whatever the third is. Or rather, that the third emerges, because basically this is being birthed from this. Once balance has been achieved here, then the third can emerge. This is actually not a separate energy. This can only exist because the other two are there in appropriate balance. And I'm saying balance, not equality, because things don't have to be equal to be balanced. Right? Now you're sitting here in this Nine of Swords, and I believe another sign got this Nine of Swords as well too, but I forgot because again, it was yesterday. So this can either talk about a lot of spirit messages coming to you, a lot of support in the spirit, or it can talk about a lot of spiritual attack. It could be both. The attack would be because it's on the spiritual level, as you glow up, right? As you shift into your next level, you start becoming a more powerful change agent, change maker in the world. I mean, this is literally the Queen of Wands. Like, she is a powerful soul, creator incarnate. And so you would be a bringer, one of many bringers of light, and aspects of the dark don't necessarily like that. So, but again, you would know if there is that energy coming up. Otherwise, this is support that you have. And what you're facing is faith in self and the balance. You see this trinity that's here? So this is the human self, the heart, the soul connection, the wisdom, and the spirit. All in alignment. So all are in alignment, and this person effectively navigates the physical world with all of these considerations. In play. 1 second. That is literally the only earth energy. Everything that's out on the board right now is water, fire, and air. This is the only earth energy, and it's a major arcana. And it's earth, it's Taurus, which is what where we're getting the message from. Okay, so this is purely, and when it relates to your spiritual development, this is purely work in the spirit. The Queen of Wands here in the center is one of my manifestor cards. So this is a reminder to you that manifesting what you want needs to actually happen in the spirit first. Okay, so you need to shift your mindsets, shift your energy, shift the direction of your attention. Do work more in the spirit. And I'm hearing actually basically a ratio of 3 to 1. So 3 times as much focus there or work there in the non-physical compared to the physical effort. Yeah, because I mean, it's multiple threes. I have 2 threes and I have 2 ones. And I have 2 5s and I have 2 8s. So there's double everything here. And then I have a 12, which is a 13, a 13, which is a 4, or sorry, a 12, which is a 3, a 13, which is a 4. So this is a 3. This one is the 4. And then we have a 9. So then in that case, we actually have 3 3s, which is the 9, and 1 4. So 3 3s, a 4, 1 9, 2 8s, 2 5s, 2 1s. This is really interesting because the King of Cups, y'all are getting a really long reading today. This might actually be an hour long. I just look at the time, it's like 51. Yo, okay. I love y'all. The King of Cups is actually fire. No, I think the king's fire, or, oh yeah, because there's sun energy, I believe. So this would be fire and water. Let me double check because I don't want to tell y'all the wrong thing. Well, not that it's wrong, but I want to go based off of what is actually with the. Yeah, it is fire. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, because it's the sun energy. So this is fire and water. This is the merger of the two. We have the water, fire, and then water and fire. So yeah, this is all about your inner alchemy and your ascension, basically. That's what's up. And this is going to be the first level of ascension for most of you, which is again the merger with the higher self. Not just in mind, like literally the conforming of your energy body so that you're working as one. Because it looks like on a soul level, for many of you, that's been needing to happen, or you've been trying to do that on a soul level for a while, for many different incarnations, and it hasn't been able to come through. But now you are at that place where it is happening. So help the process by spending more time in spirit. Again, that ratio of 3 to 1, 3 times as much time in spirit as you do in the physical actions that you take. Invest in the spirit because that's what's going to move you along. All the work that's happening right now is there. And because we are in the mutable phase right now, the Gemini lunar month and the solar month, that's going to help your energy body process what's happening much faster the more time you spend in spirit, so that it's not a drag on you physically. So that by the time we get to Cancer season, which is with the summer solstice and with the upcoming solar eclipse in Cancer, you're ready to go. Okay. So I'm taking this message to heart. Yeah. All right. I think that is it. Let me see if there's anything else, because I mean, I've been here for a minute. Well, I just saw 5427, so I think we're good. If you have a connection to Sekhmet or any of the lion gods or goddesses, but I'm specifically hearing Sekhmet, connect with that for shoring up your faith and your commitment to working with spirit, because that's what this person does. This person, the high priest or the high priestess, whichever, is submitted to spirit. Yeah, there's a lot of good energy here, guys. We're almost done with this portal of the North Node through Cancer. We're not fully out the woodworks yet, but once we get to this actual eclipse in Cancer, moving forward, we're going to be in the second half of the transit. So it's mean like we're right now at the peak of like learning the lessons and getting our legs under us. And then as we shift past the eclipse and go into the end of the transit, which is spring of next year, everything is like downhill. So it's not going to be as hard. But that also means that we're going to, again, more quickly see the effects of the manifestations that we have going on. So again, spend more time in spirit. And I love this numerology here. We have the 11 and we have the 4. Double. There's a lot of spiritual energy around you. You may also be getting called to work with Archangel Michael or any of the archangels in particular, especially with all the spirit activity. I'm getting the impression that it's actually both positive and negative. So maybe Sekhmet and Michael both, be working with them. Sekhmet to help you with staying committed to your spiritual practice and growth and development. Michael for protection, as well as, you know, courage too. But you did a Libra. That's good. All right, y'all. I love you so much. If you would like to book a private session with me, you can go to my website, innercirclealchemy.com. I have a lot of different services available. If you are new to working with me, you want to go to the tab called Getting Started. Go there first. That usually is like plenty for people doing that first session with me called the Full Spectrum Reading. It's a combination of astrology and tarot. And if you've already done work with me, then of course, you know, look at other things. But I would recommend that if you're completely new to working with me, because there's a lot that comes through in a first session. And yeah, but it's all good. All right, I'm going to leave now because I've been here for a very long time. We'll see if the other signs are this long. My goodness. Anyway, I love you. I hope that this has blessed your life, and I will see you soon. Bye.